Hey traders, how are you? It's Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks here. It's about 5 minutes before I go live in the trading room, and I just want to mention to you that we've got some free, helpful information. Check below this video. You'll see a link that'll take you to a free page. Check that out. I also want to remind you that anyone with a trial, Hit and Run Candlesticks trial, or a membership, you are eligible to download our members/trial members app, where we post alerts, trades we have taken or taking, and when we get out of those trades and any adjustments we make on those trades. So check it out. Check out the trial down there. Click on the trial button and get started on that. Hope to see you in the trading room. Thanks a bunch. Take care. Well, good morning, everybody. Here we are, another day. What will the market give us today, huh? That's the $64,000 question. So, yeah, I hate to say it, but nothing has really changed. The trend is still down. We're still under the T line. We're still under the trend indicator. Good morning, Chip, Fred, Ed, Joe, Ron. Hey, Joe, thank you so much for your quotes. Those really are cool. I have grown to enjoy reading those with a cup of coffee here in the morning, so appreciate it very much. Hey, John, Kate, Coral, Al, Mark, Mike, Thomas, how are you guys doing over there? Hey, Mike, how are you? So yeah, not a lot has changed in the market that I can see. It looks to me like we still have this downtrend working here, and that's what we really need to stay with. For me anyway, for my type of trading, what I do, I need to focus on the trend, and the trend is down. When the trend changes course, then I'll change course. The red dots here indicates to me that the trend is down, just like the green dots over here indicate that the trend is up. This could change by noon today, up or even more down. All it takes is a little bit of news to turn the market a little bit, one way or another. It doesn't take very much. The Qs, you can see the Qs are still, under the T line. Price is under the T line. T line's under the 17 or the trend indicator. It's just hard for me to rationalize a long, too many longs, or too deep into a long, meaning too much money put into a long. That would throw risk out there. So have to be a little careful with that. Let's take a look at the weekly of those here. Here's the weekly chart of the Qs, and we're actually still working on a bearish blue ice failure. This right here is a blue ice failure. Then we come back and boom, here's a blue ice failure. And you see we're still trending down, so we're still working on that. The SPY is the same way. Let's get rid of those lines now. There you go. The SPY is exactly the exact same way. Here we could call this a blue ice failure right in through here, and then we popped up, and now we're back below it. That's a blue ice failure right there. Diamonds, very similar. The diamonds came down. We went right up to the 50-period moving average. Very, very similar. So gotta be careful with those, I think. UVXY, I like to watch this for a little bit of fear in the market. It lost its fear here a couple of days ago, and we really haven't gained a lot back. However, if we just sort of kick back a little bit, and let's try yellow. What does yellow look like here? Huh? Probably not so good. No, not too bad. See that sideways move here? We're just moving sideways. Well, what we have to do is we had to get to sideways from somewhere, and it came from that candle right there. So if you believe that charts make bullish moves, it starts with an area, um, and then we make another bullish move up, then another bullish move up. What am I using here? Pink. Another bullish move like that. So yeah, in these areas, while there may be some consolidation, if you peel out the consolidation and you look at what the chart is doing overall, what it's doing is it's up, it consolidates, it goes up, it consolidates, it goes up, it consolidates. So one has to ask, is this the start up, consolidate? Is this the start of one of those, type chart patterns where the bulls move it up, consolidate, move it up, consolidate, move it up? So that's what I'm kind of watching here for. If we end up actually breaking out of 1450 here, so far not so much. But I'm reluctant to be a full-time bull simply because we just don't have that signal in the SPY here. Now it could happen today. It really could. It could happen for this weekend. Yeah. It really, really could. I just need to see it. That's all. I need to have that proof. A few charts that I've got here. ATUS. What I'm looking for is to break out over that 50 period moving average. That would make it a rounded bottom breakout, and that could get me into the rounded bottom breakout strategy. With that said, the way we've come down here, we've created this bottom, and then we've just started our rally, our pullback, actually pullback sideways, and then I'm looking for it to move up. Once we get up there, it will be qualified as a rounded bottom breakout. We call it an RBB for short. And then I'll be looking for a possible trade in that. WRB, this is a nice chart. We talked about this a lot yesterday. And then last night I was doing a special webinar. Talked about this one a lot. This looks terrific. Beautiful trend. It's just hard to argue with this trend. This is to me a near perfect trade, and we can go all the way down here too. Just a perfect chart, and we're simply looking for the dips, the pullbacks, the minor little rest, and then looking for that entry, and then take it on up to harvest some profits off that top. So we've got this little flag pullback here, bullish engulf yesterday. Anywhere, I would be happy with an entry in that area, looking for that next target up there. Lulu, kind of like what Lulu is doing. Hey, real quick, I thought I went through these once, but now that I just want to make sure I check the earnings. Watch for earnings. My rule of thumb, however, it's not guaranteed because it seems like I do it all the time, at least once. Sometimes I'm okay with it, and sometimes I really, 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 really regret it. Holding something through earnings. If I had good sense, I would never hold anything through earnings, because you just never know what happens. Good earnings does not mean the stock goes up, by the way. Crazy business, I know, absolutely crazy. So let's always keep track of earnings. We're in the throes of earnings right now, and we've got a few more weeks before we don't have to worry about it. So anyway, Lulu, earnings not till June. Let's see, Chip, you said Lulu's earnings in 3/29. I've got it here June 2nd, so I guess we've got some homework to do to see when it truly is. Thank you, Chip. Appreciate it. So outside of the earnings, I think this Lulu chart is a pretty good looking chart. Here we've broken out, nice trend to the upside. Big pop to the 200. We just sort of walk underneath it for a while, and then we've broken up above the 200, and now we're walking on top of it this time. This right here, there we go. See how price has maintained it above the T line, the black line right here. Now, right here, it looks like it did close. Looks like it did close over it there. It does look like that. You can see it. Um, when you get multiple candles over the T line like that, we call that a T line run. 3, 4 candles, I would say that's the start of a T line run. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to see right here. It shows the bulls uh, really, really own it, and the bulls have good intentions on this. So right now, we've got a nice little bull flag setting up right at the 200 period moving average, right at the T line here. So Lulu on the list. Oracle, excuse me. Oracle is one of those stocks that I'm looking at that could go either way, to tell you the truth. Um, the thing about Oracle is I really want to trade it long. That's what I really want to do. I see the potential in Oracle. Right now, it has not shown me that it's ready for that potential. So this could be shorted if we start to see continued weakness to the downside. Right now, it's below the 50 period moving average, T-line, and trend indicator. I do not see any buy signal whatsoever. So the power has to go with the trend to the downside. If it starts moving down, I'm looking for 73, 75-ish, something like that. For the long side, if it starts to move up, because it is close to that 50, if something changed this and started to turn it up, so right in this area is where I would look for that entry. That's what I'm going to be looking for on Oracle. And then we've got a 4% move to the dotted deuce, and then about 5%, that's actually above the 200 period moving average. And this makes for a nice little rounded bottom breakout. We better go look at some shorts in here. I don't want to just focus on longs. Here's Disney. I think Disney is still a short. Let's move this up right in there, right in these lows. We start to fail that, which it looks like we're below that here pre-market. We stay there, or even if we pop up and then see a sell signal over the next couple of days into this area here, this might be a short looking for a move down here. So we'll keep Disney on the watch list. CMCSA, this is also a short. You can see how this is failing the 50 period moving average. That's the 50. You can see how the 50 is trending down. You can see how price has rallied up and just struggled with the 50 period moving average, and it looks like it may be failing it. It's losing its struggle. Yesterday it closed below in the 50 pre-market. Here it's below the 50 period moving average. So I had this set up for a possible bullish because of this candle right in here, this bullish candle, but it never did. It never did work out. So I think what I'm going to do is something like that right there. Yeah, we'll do that right there. So this would be the bearish side of that, possibly down to those lows, or maybe just to these lows right here. So 6% loss. If we do come back up, I will look for that as a possible long trade. But right now, I'm afraid I'm going to have to put the power to the downside with the sellers. Energy remains strong. It absolutely does. The trend is rocking on energy. And, you know, I learned a long time ago is don't poo-poo the trend. The trend is your friend. It truly is. That's been one of those statements all through everyone's trading career for as far back as you can remember. I think what happens is it is such a quick term to just pop off your tongue. The trend is your friend. You know, it's one of those really cool things. It's a bumper sticker. It's something on a shirt, something on a hat. But I think what people fail to do is actually understand what a trend is and what to do with a trend. So, you know, let's just go buy a hat or a bumper sticker, something like that, with the trend is your friend. That's fine. But man, know what the trend is. A trend means that the bulls are outnumbering the bears by a bunch, and that gives you your bullish trend. You could have the same thing bearish. It just means the bears are outnumbering the bulls. You know, there's a lot of bullish charts out there. There really are. But the bears don't want to mess with nice bullish trends. Oh, they're out there lurking. They are lurking. And they're going to wait for the right opportunity. The right opportunity is not here yet. And until they pounce on this, the bulls control it hands down. So for traders, what we have to do is design a method to take advantage of that trend. You know, what do we do? Well, one thing is never look at the trend and say, oh man, I've missed this. It's gone too far. It's lost. Are you kidding? That's the chart you want on your watch list. And then we want to wait for those slight, very calm pullbacks, those very slight, calm consolidation moments. This might be one of those right now. Not really a pullback. You know, this would be a pullback here. This would be a pullback. This is more of just a rest, just a sideways, calm little rest. And either one of these is what I like to look for. And a breakout would be fine too. So there's three methods right there. Let's get this back up. Three methods for an entry. One method would be that pullback. One method would be that sideways consolidation. We call this a pop out of the box. Well, it's actually called a pop out of the box, but this is the box. The pop is when it pops. Now it's called a pop out of the box. So this is what we're really looking for. There's nothing wrong with buying it in here. You can also wait for that breakout. So there's one area to buy, two areas to buy. This would be three areas to buy on a good trending chart. So yeah, don't poo-poo long-term, don't poo-poo trending charts just because, you know, it's like you look at it, oh man, that thing's gone too far up. I've missed it. I can't make a trade there. Oh, I beg the difference. You can absolutely make trades there. So anyway, charts like this MRO are looking pretty good. I think this WRB is one of those. You know, just looking terrific up there. And there's all kinds of energy stocks right now, and they're hot. I mean, look at that trend. Take the price away, and you can see the trend. Price sometimes makes you drunk. You know, don't look at that. Look at the trend. Don't look at this. Just look at the trend. Look where we are now. Ooh, man, that looks like a buy every which way from Sunday. Okay, I'm not going to be able to get through all of these like every day. So please check out the Hit and Run Candlestick blog. There's a whole list of these. Put them on your watch list. If you need help with your watch list, grab me sometime today and let's work on building a watch list and how to use it. While you're there, take a look at the Right Way Options blog. Both blogs have nice articles written in them. Great information. Hey, we'll see everybody in about 20 minutes. Market will be open. Let's have some fun today. You guys take care. Thank you for being here.